Yo, it's your boy Kenji, man, and I'm back with another video. And this topic we're going to be talking about the 3 assassination attempts of King Sai, or King Sang, or Qin Shi Huang. He has many names. Sorry, y'all. Got to turn the phone off vibrate. But look here, before we get into that, I want to talk about something somebody mentioned in the comment section. Some people were asking me, where do you get your information on some of these people? Now, I finally found a website that actually has all this. You know, there's a guy who was a Kingdom fan. Like, he's a big Kingdom fan. He made his whole website, and he pretty much got all the information on all these characters. He did it before me. I didn't, and I just found it recently. But before I went to his website, I basically was just scouring the internet, looking for books at the library to find the information for this. But this guy, as I read and look at his website, he pretty much has the same information I'm finding, the same books I'm looking into. So I said, man, I might as well chill on that. That's why it was taking me so long to get some of these videos out, because I had to do research and shit. So I was like, this dude already found it. Even though I do check his references, I gotta go check it. Because some people, some of these references, when you go down that path, like with Wikipedia, some of these references, they quote certain historians or people who wrote books on this matter who were very biased, and they just made up stuff straight up. And you could tell they made it up, because you just like, why would this person do that? You would just have to use some type of reasoning for this situation. And so this is what I'm gonna do. Like I said, go into the descriptions at the bottom. There's a link to the website where I get all my sources from. This dude has all of it. And you probably saying, how you know it's a dude? Man, ain't no girl gonna be this devout into Kingdom. You can say I'm sexist. I wouldn't believe it. I would not believe this is a girl doing this. But he has everything. Everything I'm saying in my videos, he got the same thing. He been at it. So yeah. My videos should start being easier to make now. All it is now is the video editing. And I'm trying to get better at that. You know, I'm trying to get better. But let's talk about the 3 assassination attempts. And I want to go to Wikipedia for this one. I want to let y'all know how Wikipedia is not a good source for information. Because like you know, anybody can write some stuff down, and you're really not sure if they're references, because people don't check the references. They just read the paragraph and just go down at the bottom and look at the references, so you know what's going on. So let's go ahead and read the first assassination attempt on Wikipedia, and I'm gonna go and fix all of it, because I know that I've been through this history even before I read this dude website. Because like I said, I had to go to the library, different libraries, and find these books. And some of these books were in Chinese, people. I was like, oh man. I have to translate this. But let's go, man. First assassination attempt on King Zheng and his troops. King Zheng and his troops continued to take over different states. The state of Yan was small and weak, and frequently harassed by soldiers. So remember that. It was no match for the Qin state. So Crown Prince Dan of Yan, we have not seen that character in the kingdom yet, plotted an assassination attempt to get rid of King Zheng, as we know as Ace, but you know what I say El Sai, because it sounds better. I know somebody got mad at me at that. I'm like, man, fuck you, nigga. I do what I want. Um, so in the so Crown Prince Dan of Yan plotted an assassination attempt to get rid of King Zheng, begging Jing K to go on a mission in 227 BCE. Jing K, the assassin, was accompanied by Qin Wu Yang in the plot. Each was supposed to present a gift to King Zheng. There's a movie based on this with Jet Li. He's one of the dudes who tried to kill the king, but at the last moment, I'm not even going to spoil that movie. Go watch it. It's a good movie. It's loosely based off of this, though. Each was supposed to present a gift to King Zheng. A map of Duquesne, I don't know what that is, and the severed head of Fan Wu Ji. Now, if you look up this name, because there's a link right here on the Wikipedia page. If you click the link on Fan Wu Ji, you know what it's going to do? It's going to send you to Han Yi's page. Han Yi. And Han Yi is the Chinese name of Kenji. And they're going to come up with this story saying Roboku beat him, right? At the Battle of Fei, Fei, right? This battle that we're going through right now, Boku's supposed to beat him in this battle that we're going through, that we're watching, reading right now. And he's supposed to get cut off from the rest of the Qin army with his back against the wall. The only place he can go to is the Yan, right? They say he crosses the border, goes to the Yan country, and goes to Crown Prince Dan of Yan. This is what he does. Think about this and let me know if this makes any sense. He says, you know what, dog? I'm going to cut my head off. And I'm going to give it to you. So that's enough reason. Because the king mad at me, right? Just think about this, how stupid this sounds, and how this historian tried to make sense out of this. Just to let you know this is a Kenji hater. Han Yi, Kenji, said, I'm going to cut my head off. Give it to you, Crown Prince Dan of Yan, who's from a small, weak country. I'm going to give it to you so you can give it to an assassin. And because the king hates me so much for abandoning him and going with y'all, just think about this. I'm going to give it to Jinki so he can go to King Zheng, go all the way up into his palace, right? With his homeboy Qin Wu Yang, so they can attempt to kill the king. Because for some reason I'm angry at him. What are you angry at him for? Kenki, Han Yi, whatever you want to be called? Why would you be angry at him? You the one lost the battle against Limu, Roboku. What the fuck are you mad at him for? Or some people would say, but if he wanted to do that so he can stop the king from invading Yan to protect himself from the king. And I'm thinking, like, protect himself from the king? Nigga, his head is on the table. So all you people keep saying, Kenji is the one who's going to betray. It don't even make sense if you think about it. Why would he protect? It doesn't make no fucking sense. And Fan Wuji is actually Hanoki, the dude that was in the Roy Ai Rebellion. He was there with Duke Juteki. He was working with Lu Bue, you know, the Chancellor. You know what I'm saying? He was working with him. And he has more reason to do this. Even though in real history, they don't know who the fuck this dude is. They don't know who Fan Wuji is. They don't know why the king hated him so much. So you can't even think about, why would Fan Wuji give his head so he can kill the king? And what I can assume is Fan Wuji's baby mama is fucking the king. And now he just like mad. That's the only way a motherfucker to me would do that. Somebody fucking my baby mama, I'm cut my head off so you can kill. That's what I think happened. But there's no history, alright? These two stories exist. These two characters, they split them up because of hater ass historians just writing shit. But Horror did something very smart. He thought about the same thing I was thinking. I was thinking like, why would Kenji, who was a loyal general to the king, cut his head off after losing the battle? And some people still gonna be like, that's because he was trapped. He had to go to Yarn. Motherfucker, he can just do a U-turn or go around them. Go back to Quinn. And some people think, like I said, some people think that he probably could protect himself in Yarn. Bro, I don't know about y'all, but when y'all look at the maps in Kingdom, that's not how it looks. Quinn is actually the biggest country in China at that time. It's not Chu. I know people like, it's Chu. No, it's not. Horror messed with those maps multiple times. The maps keep changing. Horror keep changing them. Right? Quinn was the biggest country in China. And it's the reason why they had so many soldiers and sending them in different directions. Bro, I just don't believe it. So, let's get back into the assassination attempt. I know I keep talking about that because motherfuckers keep going in the comment sections believing this shit. And the Wikipedia and the whole world thinks that Kenji is a traitor. It's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up. But let's get back to it. So, like I said, Zheng and Queen Wu Yang is up in there, right? They in there in the palace. Queen Wu Yang first tried to present the map case gift, but trembled in fear and moved no further towards the king. Zheng continued to advance toward the king while explaining that his partner, I don't like partner, that word is fucked up, his homie has never set eyes on the Son of Heaven, which is why he is trembling. Zheng had to present both gifts by himself. While unrolling the map, a dagger was revealed. And guess what? I'm thinking like, what soldier didn't check that? Oh, that nigga gonna die and his family gonna die to the third 1, 2, 3 degree. That means I'm going back way in the past. Your great grandfather gotta die. But the king drew back, stood on his feet, but struggled to draw the sword to defend himself. At the time, other palace officials were not allowed to carry weapons, which is going to be a mistake for you, king. But Zheng pursued the king, attempting to stab him, but missed. King Zheng drew out his sword and cut Zheng thigh. Zheng then threw the dagger at the motherfucker, but missed again, suffering 8 wounds from the king's sword. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You ain't dead yet? 9. That 9 is a lie. He killed him at 8. Zheng realized his attempt had failed and knew that both of them would be killed afterwards. The Yan state was conquered by the Qin state 5 years later. If you still think Kenji is going to be the one, even though Horror already wrote, because people don't be keeping up with Horror in real life, Horror already said he not about to have Kenji do that. Y'all need to pay attention, man. But that's what happened with the first assassination attempt, man. Right? It's very deep, and this is most likely going to be the next arc after this, right? So that's why I bring up this video. Second assassination attempt. Gao Jianli was a close friend of Zheng who wanted to avenge his death. I know some people are like, God damn, man, why there's so many people that know each other? Because back in the day, there wasn't that many people. Alright? China probably had like 20 million people living in it. Now it's what, 8 billion. It is what it is. People fucking now. But like I said, Gao Jianli was a close friend of Zheng, who wanted to avenge his death. Go watch the movie with Jet Li. It talks about this. As a famous lute player, one day he was summoned by King Zheng to play the instrument. Someone in the palace who had known him in the past exclaimed, "This is Zhao Jianli. That nigga know Jinki." Unable to bring himself to kill such a skilled musician, the emperor ordered to put his eyes out. But the king allowed Gao Jianli to play in his presence, even though his eyes were gone. Oh, this is gonna be some shit, right? How you gonna make this look good, horror? I'm trying to tell you, man, this king, dude, King Zhang, is totally different in the manga. I don't know how horror's gonna make this dude look like a good guy after all this shit. But hey, have a good try at it, bro. But he praised the playing and even allowed Gao Jianli to get closer. As part of the plot, the lute was fastened with a heavy piece of lead. He raised the lute and struck at the king. He missed, and his assassination attempt failed. Gao Jianli was later executed by getting his balls cut off and fed to him. Nah, he cut his balls off and put them in his eyes and then chopped his head off. I am 100% truth. That's 100% truth, people. For real. That's exactly what happened. Now, if you believe that, no wonder you believe Kenji betrayed Quinn. You believe anything. But wouldn't that be something? Motherfucker cut his nuts off and put them in his eye sockets. It's like, come on, King Zhang. You had to know this nigga was gonna try to kill you or something. I mean, this motherfucker's crazy. But that was the second assassination attempt. There was a movie based on that. So I pretty much knew about this whole assassination thing. It's just the character, Han Yi. Like I said, Han Yi. If he does, let me tell you this: if horror makes Han Yi betray the king like that, I'm done with Kingdom. Straight up and down. If Kenji, this after we didn't seen from Kenji, think how stupid. I can't even imagine somebody being that stupid. I can't. I don't know how you can believe that, but third assassination attempt. Third one. This one is pretty funny, people. So in 230 BCE, the state of Qin had defeated the state of Han. Alright? A Han aristocrat named Zhang Liang swore revenge on the Qin emperor because he was conquering everything. He sold all his valuables. And in 218 BCE, he hired a strongman, assassin, and built him a heavy metal cone weighing 120 Gen, roughly 160 pounds or 97 kilograms. I mean, 230 BCE, you waited a long time to get revenge on King, huh? That's damn near 12 years. But like I said, some of these years can't be corrected. I mean, some of this stuff you just gotta think. Like I said, you have to use some deductive reasoning when you're going back this far in anybody's history. That's why I think Alexander, I know I'm going way into in Greece. Alexander the Great, y'all know about his story about him dying from a sickness. I think his generals killed him. And they just never, they rewrote history. I truly believe that. I think he was in good health. Just, he was partying too much and somebody got him. Somebody got him. And I don't think they hit him with any poison, but I do think they hit him with something that made his body just lock up and he was still alive. And then they came in there, they didn't know what the fuck was going on. They was like, but this ain't poison. We ain't never seen this before. And he was still alive. He just wasn't moving. They put something on that Alexander the Great, right? And after that, the Diadochi Wars happened. which means Diadochi means the successors in Greek. And they start killing each other. So if they willing to kill each other and kill Alexander's son and his mama and his come on man, they killed Alexander the Great. They done killed everybody in his family. You don't think they killed Alexander? Deductive reasoning. Come on. Back to the third assassin. So he hired a strong man, gave him a cone that roughly weighed 120 Zheng, which is 160 pounds, or 97 kilograms. The two men hid among the bushes along the emperor's route over a mountain. I don't know, I guess it took 12 years for that to happen. At a signal, the muscular assassin hurled the cone at the first carriage and shattered it. However, the emperor was actually in the second carriage, and he was traveling with two identical carriages for that very reason. Thus, the attempt failed. Both men were able to escape in spite of a huge manhunt. Now, that third one, I ain't gonna lie, the third one sounds fishy. Sound like something the king made up just so he could kill a bunch of people, right? He come back like, somebody tried to kill me, they threw a damn metal cone at me, and I gotta kill everybody on that side of town. It is what it is. And the motherfuckers didn't catch you, and then the soldiers couldn't even catch him. It sounded like a lot like, and somebody asked him, King, did you catch him? They were too fast. But you had men with you who were on horseback. You wouldn't believe how fast this motherfucker. But didn't you say the other one was a big, heavy-set guy? He couldn't have ran that fast. Look, just stop trying to poke holes in my story. Somebody kill that man. I just feel like that one is a little, somebody lying about that. Like, that's the dumbest way to assassinate somebody. I'm gonna hire a strong, big motherfucker. I'm gonna get a metal cone, big, and when the emperor comes over this mountain that I figured out he was gonna come down this path, I want you to throw it at it, and somehow it's gonna kill him. Something else happened there. Either a historian made this up. The first one, I don't think that's made up. It's too many people involved in that story. You got the crown prince. You can find other references about this. So, this one is a little hard to believe, a little far-fetched, if you know what I mean. And I'm not, far-fetched. This nigga throwing a look. Don't look too deep into it. Just know these are the three assassination attempts on my boy Elsai's life, or King Zheng, Qin Shi Huang, however you want to say it, right? But this is most likely, the first two assassination attempts are probably going to happen in the next arc. They're very popular. They've been turned into movies, like I said, and mentioned multiple times. Jet Li was in it. Go watch, go find it. You'll find it. Matter of fact, ain't that hard to find, goddamn it. Jet Li assassination movie. Come on, computer. Catch up with me. My computer like to slow down. Assassination movie. Assassin movie. As it's loading, let's just talk about how Han Yi, it's impossible. And even if it was true, even though I know it's not true, Kaki's personality in the manga, it doesn't seem, like I said, it doesn't seem like he would ever do some stupid shit like that. Oh, we loaded. Computer always moving slow when I'm recording and doing something. But it just doesn't seem like it would do that, right? And plus, I don't see you cornering Kenji. You think you could corner the Kenji army? Just let's be real, man. Let's just be 100% real. You think you could corner that army? And how do you corner an army in that area? How? Look where they at. Think about it. Look where they at. They're way up in the north. They're nowhere near the border of Yarn. So that should be a key moment right there. I know I done proved this multiple times in this video and in the previous video, but I got to nail the coffin. I have to put this last nail in the coffin. The Battle of Faye, which is the battle we're going through, is the battle that they say Han Yi is supposed to lose to Riboku, which is true. But the fact that they say he's going to escape to Yarn when you're nowhere near close to the border, you're nowhere near it. You're in the middle of fucking Zhao in the north. What, Riboku's going to chase him thousands of miles to the east? No. Okay, there you go. It's called Hero. Oh, hey man, it's a good movie, bro. Y'all gotta check that out. Hero. I need a hero. Budget 31 million, box office 177.4 million. And it said Mandarin, so you get to read some English subtitles. But that's it for the video, man. I hope I finally made my point about this Han Yi thing and this Kenji thing. I know a lot of people believed it. I believed it. I fell victim to it because I keep going to Wikipedia and not looking at the references. You got to watch out for who is saying this shit. Who is writing this shit down? Right? And the person who wrote the fucking shit, guess what? He wrote it hundreds and hundreds of years after the fact. After the fact. Don't make no fucking sense, bro. How you know? You wasn't there, motherfucker. But there's certain things you just can't. When you got a crown prince that's trying to come up with an assassination attempt, and you got his family, betrayed. Like after that happens, just on some, just to let you know that this actually did happen with the assassination attempt. His own father cut his head off. And sent it to the king and said, please don't kill us. And they said, you know what? We'll give you a couple of years to get your shit together. And so they turned around and said, the Prince of Zhao, Prince Kai, as we know him in the manga. Prince Kai, we coming for your ass. And then they did a U-turn and came back and then killed the king. They said, we're going to kill you back in 4 years. Give you some time to grieve about your son that you just killed. Hey, who says Elsai doesn't have a heart? Me. I say he doesn't have a heart. I know the manga is trying to trick you. I'm a goody two-shoes. No. King Zheng is a fucking monster. And he was a fucking monster. I say he actually killed himself because he was taking mercury pills to try to keep himself alive. And I'm thinking like, everybody knows this today. Mercury is poison and it will kill you. So, yeah, he tried to live forever. He didn't even write a will so his son could become the king after him. Come on, man. This dude really thought he was going to live forever. Bro, you gotta die, bro. Man. The pharaohs had to die, you gotta die, motherfucker. But pharaohs thought they could bring all that gold with them. Just like, it's crazy that the king, he made that army, that army of statues, right? And we all seen them in different movies. He made that so they could protect them in the afterlife, but in the same time thought he wasn't gonna die. He's gonna live forever. He went crazy, people. He went crazy with power. But it's a wrap. It's your boy Kenji. Subscribe, comment, like, share, do all the thug deals will support the channel. I'm out.